woke is certainly in retreat. The tide is going out on woke with a change of new government, but not everywhere. And I would have to say in the past few years, this particular issue, to my mind, has been one of the silliest I've seen. The Midwifery Council has a code of conduct and instructions and code of practice for all midwives in New Zealand. And they have been in the process of changing the words they use in that all their documentation to remove, now I want to check, but I'm pretty sure to remove the word baby and mothers, so they're birthing people. And I don't know what they call babies. It was perhaps the apex of woke stupidity in terms of trying to dominate language. But you know what? It would appear so far no one is going to stop it, or this government won't stop it. To talk more about this and just how committed these wokesters at the Midwives Association are, we're joined by Suzanne Levy from Speak Up for Women. Suzanne, how are you?
I'm well, thanks.
All right, can you give us some context on this? How long has this silliness been going on for?
Well, I think there's been some consultation for a number of years, or a couple of years at least, that we're talking about a couple of things here. One of them is the language, birthing people, chest feeding, what have you.
Oh, the chest feeding was in this too, and this was literally to remove the words breastfeeding or birthing.
Well, no. I mean, the actual scope of practice, which is which is basically the legislation that controls what midwives do. So it's really it's a legal kind of context. So what they've actually done with this one is not so much that they've replaced the word mother with birthing person or breastfeeding with chest feeding. They've taken that out entirely, and they now talk about the midwife relationship being not with a mother or a woman, but with a whānau. So for us, the issue...
the Maori thing, so that's only 17% of the population.
But even then, that's not really the issue. It's the concept that the midwife is there for the family, not the woman. So, the thing with a midwife is that she is there first and foremost to look after the health of the mother, and then the baby for, I think there's like a 6-week period after the baby's born where she, where they're in her care. So whatever else is going on for that woman, the woman who's pregnant, she's got this relationship with the midwife, which is it's all about her basically. It's her thing, which is great. And for some women, it's the first time that they experience that, having themselves as the sort of centre of things. So obviously the removal of the words mother and woman is incredibly concerning, and across the midwifery stuff.
Is baby still in there?
Infant is in there.
Oh.
I think they worked pretty hard to not put it in there, but at some point it was like...
infant was allowed back in.
Yeah.
What would they have otherwise? Potential transsexual? Would that be what they want to put in there? Small drag queen? Well,
they seem to have just, they've spent something like $375,000, and the scope of practice has got shorter, and it's clear that, and if you read the article on our that we put in our newsletter, which is written by a woman called Sarah Henderson, it's a really, really good article about the whole kind of history of it and what's happened.
Who's driving this wokeism inside the Midwives Council? And do most midwives agree with it or not?
Well, I can't speak, obviously, for... I do know some midwives who definitely don't agree with it. And I think, in general, the whole idea of taking out the words mother and baby and breastfeeding versus chest feeding, I think they find kind of a bit
I don't know how they can call themselves midwives, Suzanne.
Well, the thing with midwives...
Mid-spouses?
Exactly. The ones I know are incredibly empathetic. They are completely capable of walking into any family situation and working it out.
Careful, whānau situation.
Yeah, my apologies. And know exactly what to call people, exactly. They're very good at making people comfortable and working in different situations. I don't really think they need to go on courses to learn how to address somebody who might not consider themselves to be a woman when they're having a baby, and it's such a tiny minority.